Have you been noticing more power cuts lately? Well, India may be at the brink of facing a major power crisis and you may possibly have to brace up for further power cuts. I'm Sakshi Batra and here is why the threat of possible power crisis is looming large across India. Well, several states including Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, Delhi, Kerala and Tamil Nadu have recently flagged off the issue of coal supply shortage in India, which is the world's second largest coal-consuming country after China. Coal is the primary fuel powering 70% of India's energy consumption. India imports around 300 to 400 million tons of coal, primarily from Indonesia, Australia and South Africa, while Coal India produces over 600 million tons of coal for domestic consumption in the country. Now, 3 thermal power stations have already been shut. In Punjab, 4 in Kerala, 13 in Maharashtra, and that is all due to a shortage of coal. So what does the data say? Well, according to the Central Electricity Authority of India data, the country is facing an unprecedented shortage of coal stocks in thermal power plants, which could also lead to this power crisis. On October 5th, out of 135 thermal power plants that use coal for power generation, 106 of them, or nearly 80%, were actually either in critical or in supercritical stage. That is, they had stocks only for the next 6 to 7 days to produce power. So what are the key reasons behind this shortage of coal? Well, one reason is rising demand. India's industrial power consumption saw a dramatic increase following the reopening post the second coronavirus wave. In the first 8 months of 2021 alone, the country's power demand has increased by 13.2%. Another possible reason for the coal shortage in India is the excess rainfall hitting coal movement. And third of all, imported coal-based power plants generating less than half of their capacity, and that is due to record high prices. So what is being done to meet this shortage? Well, to meet the rising demand, Coal India, which accounts for over 80% of India's coal, has supplied about 243 million tons of coal to power companies, and that is from April 1st of 2021 to September 28 of 2021, and that's according to a report in Reuters. Now, this is 24% higher than the same period last year and 11% more than the April to September period of 2019. Now, even as Coal India has announced to increase the supply to meet the domestic demand and the rising demand that is, many coal-fired power plants have very few days of stock left, which is unlikely to be met in a short time unless coal is imported. Now, rising prices of coal or the imported coal has actually made it difficult for Indian firms to run their operations smoothly. Now, with a domestic crunch, coal has become a priceless commodity of late in a white-hot market with an over 100% jump in prices, which is driven mainly by China and India. So what are the authorities doing? Well, the chief ministers of Karnataka and Punjab have already requested the centre to increase coal supply to their states. Maharashtra's energy department has already urged the citizens to save electricity, and the Kerala government has warned that they may have to resort to load shedding as well. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal too has said that the national capital could face a power crisis and that his government is taking adequate steps to avoid such a situation. He has now urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to intervene so that coal and gas can be diverted to plants that supply electricity. Meanwhile, the centre believes that there is no need to worry. Union Power Minister R.K. Singh has said that there was no power shortage in Delhi and has assured that coal supply will be maintained even going forward. So should you brace up for more blackouts and higher electricity bills? Well, certainly, if the situation does not improve or deteriorates from here on, we can expect more power cuts in some states. Also, on the other hand, we are seeing that according to a report in PTI that was flashed on September 13th, Coal India has already informally discussed the matter with the board members and most of them have acknowledged the need to hike the prices of coal. The state-run firm has raised coal prices by at least 10 to 11%. The currently regulated price realization of coal is 1394 rupees per ton. Coal India for now seems to be awaiting government's nod before taking a final call on prices.